I understand that you have been writing a book. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The book is my life story as how God has worked in my life. It is a book that I want to just glorify God's name for all His wonderful ways in my life. At the end of every chapter there's a commentary on various things that have been brought out in the stories. And I do pray that it will touch people, that it will convict them of sin, that it will encourage them, that it will teach them. May God be glorified through that.
Where will people be able to find your book?
That will be on your website.
My website?
As far as I know.
It's quite amazing.
Yeah.
And it will just be there?
It will be there.
And free for anybody?
It's free for anybody. We do hope to publish it. The problem is that we don't want to make any money from the book, and therefore we do not have any money to invest in publishing. So if it ever gets published, then it would have to be a miracle from God. But I know that some people have a problem reading books from an internet, so I would hope that that is God's will for them, that they can actually sit with a book in their hands.
So why don't you want to sell it?
Because everything that I've received from the Lord has been for free. And it's unthinkable for me to charge something that God has done in my life. I just can't.
Okay. Wonderful. So do you have any more plans in your life, or a goal in your life? I mean, is there something that you are really wanting to do or looking forward to in these last weeks or months that you have?
I think it's important for me, firstly, to have a good time with my family, especially with you, Case. And I want to thank God that He has provided us with that time, that we can go out and spend time together, which we have never actually been able to do in the past. Either we never could afford it, or the relationship was too bad, and all of a sudden God has blessed us that we can go out and even at home to spend time together. And that is my goal, to enjoy our last times together. My goal is also to complete the work that God has given me to do. I've completed the book. I've finished writing out the words to the songs. I have a few odds and ends to do, but on the whole most of the work is complete. And the only goal for me other than that is just to stick as close to God at the end. When He comes to take me, I want to be ready. I want to be one of those 5 virgins whose flasks are full with oil, not half full, but full. You know what He said to the ones that the flasks were only half full? He said, I don't know you. I wouldn't want God to say that to me. I want my flask to be totally full to overflowing with His Holy Spirit, so He will welcome me into His kingdom. And the only way that that can be is if I make it my goal till the very end to stick close to God, to worship Him and to serve Him morning and evening.
Can you explain a little bit about these flasks? What does that mean? Oil in the flask, half empty, fully filled up, God not knowing certain people? What are you talking about?
Well, I believe that the oil represents the Holy Spirit.
Right, but what is the story about? People might not know what you're talking about.
The story goes, I think it's from Matthew 25, where there were 10 virgins, and they were waiting for the bridegroom, but the bridegroom was delayed. So all of them, they went to sleep. Now 5 had flasks that were full of oil. In other words, they were prepared that if the bridegroom should come back, then they were ready. But the
ready
other
for
5...
what? What's the oil for?
The oil was the Holy Spirit. It was for the lamps. But the other 5, they were not ready. Their flasks were only half full. So when the bridegroom delayed and then he came back, he could not receive them. They were not ready to meet him.
So what you're saying is that it's actually important for us to be so close to the Lord and so filled with His Holy Spirit that whenever He comes for us, He can actually take us.
I believe that is true because first of all we live in a day and an age where you don't know from one day to the next if you're going to come home alive. Accidents happen, not in God's kingdom, but things do happen. But secondly, we don't know when Jesus is coming, but He is coming very soon, I believe. And thirdly, we are going, the Great Tribulation is almost upon us. And the only way we can survive that is if we are going to be filled to overflowing with His Holy Spirit. Otherwise, those tough times will just shatter us.
How are you going to be filled with the Holy Spirit? Is there a trick to it? Is there a way that we can make sure that our flasks are full of the Holy Spirit?
There is only one way that I know, and that is to worship God. To come to Him, not with the thought that I'm going to pray because I have to pray or because God needs to bless me. But we need to go to God with the attitude, I want to bless God today. I want to sing to God today. I want to serve Him. And when we go to God with that attitude, we can also pour our hearts out to Him as He is our friend. After we have praised and worshipped Him, we can give Him our burdens, we can intercede. And through all of that, He fills us with His Holy Spirit. I don't have to work out a plan how God is going to do it. I just do it. I serve God. I come to Him with intention. I want to bless you today. I want to give my body to you this day, a living sacrifice. And as I spend my time with Him, He just does it. He fills me to overflowing with His Holy Spirit. And then I'm ready to face the rest of the day.
Well, Miriam, I think that's a wonderful testimony you're giving. And I'd like to thank you. Thank you for being a wonderful wife. And you still are. Thank you for being, in a lot of ways, the reason that I'm such a good boy. And you have stood by my life and made sure that I became more of a mature believer and a follower of Yeshua, because you are a great example. And I want to thank you for that, my darling.
Thank you, Kees. You've been a wonderful husband and God has used you mightily in my life.
And I love you.
I love you too.
And I'm very, very happy for you that you are going to spend so soon a wonderful time with the Lord.
Thank you.
And it's weird. I don't really have to say God bless you because He's going to. But God bless you.
Thank you.